Welcome to FilmIn5D, the show about everything film with the 5D Mark II. I'm your host, Aaron Hammock, and this week we get super basic with the different types of camera shots.
Oh, I was expecting some sort of fancy verb.
Nah, not this week. Kind of like mix it up a little bit. Can't do that every week. You create the world of the dream. We bring the subject into that dream, and they fill it with their subconscious.
How could I ever acquire enough detail to make them think that it's reality?
Well, dreams, they feel real while we're in them, right? It's only when we wake up that we realize something was actually strange. Let me ask you a question. You never really remember the beginning of a dream, do you? You always seem to wind up right in the middle of what's going on.
I guess, yeah.
So how did we end up here?
Well, we just came from the,
Think about it, Ariadne. How did you get here? Where are you right now?
We're dreaming?
You're actually in the middle of my basement right now, sleeping. This is your first lesson in shared dreaming. Stay calm.
What do you mean I'm in the middle of your basement?
Don't worry about that. You need to focus.
No, I want out of here, you creep!
Stay calm, Ariadne. Your subconscious will kill me.
Good, I hardly know you anyway. In fact, why don't I just end this right now?
How'd you get that?
I don't know, who cares?
Well, I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Oh yeah, and why is that?
Because we're in the third level of dream space?
What's that? That sounds stupid!
No, it's incredibly awesome, and it's the truth.
Well, I'll just kill you right now and get this nightmare over with quickly.
We're too heavily sedated. If you shoot me, we'll both be thrown into limbo.
What do you mean, we?
Yes! Dude, finally we got around to doing another scene sketch. It's like been forever.
I know. Wait, whatever happened to that one suggestion?
Oh yeah, people are supposed to leave like their suggestions in the comments.
Yeah, no, but somebody said we should do...
Dude, that one was like way too hard. Like, that was... I had to have 2 Jeff Bridges or whatever. And like the suits and stuff. And like, eventually like, well, I want to do that scene. I like that scene, so... And eventually we'll start doing like more production value scenes instead of just talking stuff, like maybe some action scenes from movies. But we need some, we need some more production value and like actually have little budgets. So it's actually because people have been asking me, how they could help us out, and I said, maybe we'll put the episodes on iTunes for like 99 cents or something, so that people, if something help them out, they can just buy it on iTunes, and then we can use that money towards our production value. Get new equipment and stuff and have better, cooler scenes.
Sounds like fun.
Yep. But this week we're talking about the different types of camera shots that you might find useful for all the different types of projects you work on. Now, it took a while to get around to this, but better late than never. So I'll be demonstrating my understanding and the terminology of the different camera shots that I have come to learn. But you should remember that they differ with each person, and therefore some people may have different terms than the ones I'm about to use. I'll also be mentioning the abbreviations I use when putting together a shot list, so that when I do some pre-production episodes down the line, you'll already know the shorthand way to mark shot types. We'll start with some of the more standard shot types. Here we have a medium close-up, which is framed from the chest to the top of the head. I probably use this shot the most, given that it's pretty common in conversation shot reverse shot sequences. Moving closer, we have the close-up, framed just below the chin to the top of the head. This type of shot is very common in Hollywood films and requires good lighting and pin-sharp focus. In fact, for the full-frame video DSLRs like the 5D, close-ups are top of the line since the full-frame gives a unique aesthetic and there is an insane detail in the background. Moving even closer, we have the extreme close-up, which is often framing the eyes or mouth only. You can also use the extreme close-up for other things like hands or even objects, like something your subject is reading, for instance. Moving back again, we have the medium shot, which frames your subject from the waist to above the head. The medium long shot is less common, framing the subject from the knees up to the head. And the long shot frames your subject in their entirety. And if you move even further back, it's what we call an extreme long shot. So that covers the basic types, but what if you want to use the framing of your subject to push a theme or an emotion? Well, there are several other shot types that can help you out with this. First, we have the Dutch angle, also known as the oblique. This angle will help you demonstrate to your audience that something just isn't right, often used in the horror genre. Then we have the high angle and low angle shots. The first is often used to portray inferiority, The latter is used to signify superiority. These were used extensively in the film Citizen Kane, so much so that Orson Welles actually dug a hole in the ground to get the camera as low as possible. Next we have the over-the-shoulder shot, used mainly in shot-reverse shot conversation pieces. Then there's the point of view shot, which reveals what your subject is looking at. This was used nicely in Hitchcock's Birds to build the chaotic atmosphere. Finally, there's the cutaway, which essentially cuts from a shot of your subject, either something they were looking at, or even when a new character enters the room. But that's it for this week. I hope this information helped you. If you have any questions for me, you can send them to my Twitter page via @mentions on twitter.com/hammock. Send your movie scene suggestions to our Twitter @FilmIn5D or leave a comment below, or you can post them on our Facebook page at this link here. We'll be back next week to show you our brand new Red Epic.
We didn't get a Red Epic, dude.
No, we didn't. I'm not fooling anyone there.
Yeah, it didn't even fool me.
I want one though. Probably will never, get one, but maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Is that it?
Well, what about the money shot, dude?
Oh my God. I covered all the shots. What are you talking about?
The money shot?
Dude, you gotta keep it PG, man. Come on. See you next week. Under your arm, and that's when you're on the table. Mm-hmm. And at the very end, when you go, what do you mean we? And then you're gonna kind of flip it up.
How do I hold it?
So put your hand right here. No. So this hand's always on there. So at first it's not there, right? It's on it.